Hello everyone. So, welcome back to another video. Another video in which we seemingly have to go around the internet and just look at the funny stuff. You know, I can't help but try and avoid some of the more crazier stuff. As I've said before, I try and keep my Twitter away from Western society, mainly because, you know, it can drive yourself insane seeing some of the stuff that goes on there on a repeated basis. But I just come across this today. And, yeah, before we get into this, just a simple note. Please, no one go harassing this person about this. I'm only showing you this, and not censoring anything, purely because of the simple fact of, I just honestly cannot believe this. The only reason I'm going into this is just because I like the internet's reaction so far, and that is to this post here, made by Lamb of Tekkadan, which says, bouncing off gun cannons, Gremory post. I will be making yet another Gremory appreciation post. Not only is it one of the more cooler designs in the entire franchise, but it's the only Gundam frame canonically piloted by a female. Okay, that's cool, you know, a little bit more information that I didn't know personally about the Gremory. So I've learned something, which is pretty cool. But what's funny is this post underneath, which then says, it really is a shame how misogynistic mecha shows like Gundam are, with the refusal to even show women in the driver's seats or pilot seats of the series' titular weapons. Now, if we don't go into politics here, looking at this, you know, this person's account or whatever, what follows is a series of fans just being like, excuse me, you clearly have not seen this, get out of here, we're gonna prove you wrong, you know. And off the top of my head, you know, for Gundam pilots, I can think of characters like Rain Mikamura from G Gundam, who pilots the Rising Gundam, and at one point pilots the Shining Gundam. I can think of Kagali, who pilots the Akatsuki for a little while, and then the Strike Rouge Gundam in Seed. And then also Karen from the MS-8 team that pilots the Ground Gundam. So those are three characters to name a few, and sure enough, we've got everybody else jumping in here after this and then trying to correct this person, and it is amazing just to see the turnout of this. You know, we've got 86 quotes here. We've got Christina, you know, from MS-8 team. Then we've got people jumping in saying Rue from Zeta, Emma Sheen from that pilots the Mark II. We've got, again, Christina that pilots the Alex in War in the Pocket. And, you know, this is not going into alternate universe stuff where we have lots of female pilots. If you want to go into, like, build divers and everything else, you know, these people go out the way to find all kinds like this just for the sake of diving in and trying to, you know, cancel this franchise or trying to get things to appeal to them in their specific way. But I'm not going into politics on this. I absolutely hate politics. What this video is about is the simple fact of the internet and the Gundam fanbase came out in force and was just like, right, you are totally wrong, we're going to show you how wrong you are. There's lots of love for things like, again, Karen from the MS-8 team, getting ratioed to hell and back, this person. Boo-hoo, I don't care. We'll avoid the racism there. But then, you know, how can you be this stupid? Clearly they don't look at this kind of stuff, you know. This is an obvious bait, don't fall for this. Yeah, I feel like it probably is, to be honest. You know, people just love to hear themselves talk on the internet. You know, bait so hard, but you see it so often it's hard to tell. It really is. There have been woman pilots since about the 1970s. You know, someone who never watched Gundam in their lives. I love going through all these posts and just watching everybody, you know, come out. This is the one that I saw, which was Mayru here, that said, oh, is it that time of the month already? Wow. You know, being wrong about mecha should be a crime punishable by death of firing squad, says Compa or Counterfeit Dad, I think that username is. There we go. Laughs in Magic Knight Ray Earth. Somebody's a dumb... Yeah, I'm not going to pronounce that, you know. But it is funny, you know. It better be bait. If not, then I guess we've won the cancel culture, boys, says Leonardo Lopez. See, this is why I like it. You know, like, we had this conversation previously about my worries originally about the Gundam movie. specifically about what they were going to do, whether they were going to completely rewrite it and insert massive amount of politics into it and stuff, or, you know, the agenda politics that goes on a lot nowadays. Excuse me, see, it's got me in such a mess here that it's actually rotated my hand back to front there. I think I'm going to be healing from that one for a while. But yeah, this is just funny looking at this and thinking, is it bait or not? You know, because clearly, you know, if it isn't just Gundam and you want to go into all mecha, well then you've got stuff like Gunbuster here, Evangelion. You know, we've got a lot of people coming in to just defend against this stupidity. We've got Super Robot Wars. You know, not all of the pilots here pilot Gundams, but a lot of them do. And I'm sure a lot of the people that I talk to and that will come and watch this video later on can name a few. Please, if you can name at least 2 or 3 female pilots that aren't the ones that I've, you know, mentioned before, please put them in the comments, you know, just to show you support against stuff like this. You know, because it is so stupid seeing stuff like this online. I'll be honest, I'd love to see a Gundam series with a female lead again, says Blitz. 0080 was neat, but I feel like that was Bernie's show, not Chris's. I agree with you, because Chris was kind of like a side character in this. I'd like to have somebody like that in there. We kind of, I was going to say we kind of had that with Wing and Noin, but Noin pilots what was it? It was one of the Oz suits. I'm trying to remember the Oz, the Taurus space version, but it's painted up to be the Sank Kingdom's paint scheme. But yeah, here we've got a load of people just chiming in, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, I made an account specifically to combat against bad takes as this this person. This is a really bad take, just for sure. I love the way everybody's posting up Christina here. You know, everybody going all in and just posting up Christina immediately. You know, we're not even getting into, you know, characters like, again, Kagale, Rain, Karen, you know. How many other female characters are that have actually piloted Gundams? We've got Emma, Rue. So that's about 5 already. Forgetting Allenby from G Gundam as well, that pilots the Noble Gundam. I'm trying to remember how many other. We've got one of the members of the Shuffle Alliance, one of the female members that pilots one of the 4 Shuffle member Gundams. I can't remember specifically which one it is. You know, what about Luna Maria? Yeah, because you've got the Impulse. Because Luna Maria starts in the Gunazaku and ends up in the Impulse. Then we've got the M1 Astray trio. Yeah, from Seed. There's a lot in Seed, actually. You know, like, if people want representation like that, just go watch Seed. You know, because Seed is good for that. Let's see what else we got here. People just be trying to crap on Gundam for no reason, says this post. It's progressive as hell. There's plenty of female pilots and different characters with ethnicities. That's partly what I like about Gundam, you know. It's not just all the same thing over and over and over again. There is representation there. You know, and it seems to be done pretty well, to be honest. The harem ship from IBO. Oh god, yeah, the, not the Brewers ship. Trying to remember. It's been a while since I watched IBO. I know which one you mean, though. It's the group that Tekkaden end up joining up with. You know, which is literally just all female pilots. Literally better pilots than the actual main pilots themselves since Blitz. Yeah, only gimped by the lesser MS. Imagine those 2 pilots in Gundam frames in IBO, you know. That'd be nuts. Then, of course, like I said, starting up at the top, I learned something new here because of the Grammary having a female pilot. An uninformed take. Like I was saying, I absolutely love, you know, people jumping in here and helping defend against this kind of stuff. Anime needs to gatekeep. I actually do think it does, to be honest, and get these people out of here. They get them out of here. Again, I don't want to go into politics, but this kind of take, you know, which is trying to make Gundam look bad when clearly it isn't, you know, and a lot of us know it isn't. Just get that take out of here. Just take it somewhere else. We don't care. We personally don't care. Just push it to the side. Go on. Clearly, this person has never seen Cross Ange. Oh god, yeah. Cross Ange, it's just literally nothing but female pilots. You know. And then if you want to go into all this stuff as well, we got Aldanoa Zero. Devasia says, what is this? Somebody's take on saying that Gundam isn't progressive enough and thus doesn't have any female pilots for Gundams. You know. That show was yikes, says Blitz. Yeah, Cross Ange was yikes, but it still adds to the point, you know. This take is so bad you've never watched any Gundam and realised that there's an abundance of main characters and protagonists. Yeah. Go watch Gunbuster. Karen says hi. This is what I was saying, Devasia. You know, like, how many... Apart from Karen, Christina. Oh, we've got the Nana Trinity from Double O. I'm trying to remember them off the top of my head now. I'm trying to jog my memory as we go. You guys do the same thing. You know, if you can mention anybody else that hasn't been mentioned yet in comments, do it. You know, I'm just looking through this now. We got... You've clearly never watched Gundam. Yep, that's true. Here we go. Fa, Emma, Sarah. Sarah? I think that was... It's from Zeta or something? Yeah. 4. Forgot 4. Duh. Rikoa. Noriko. Let's see. Come on. I've got to be careful here, just in case they post something up and it's terrible, you know. I would say, the Purus, because they pilot the Cubile. Soma Piras, yeah. And you return it, yep. All these characters that I'm actually remembering now from like Double O and things, just... You get to that point, you know, where you've got so much in there that you can't remember immediately. And then, of course, you can put, like, faces to them, but you can't put the names, you know. I'd love seeing the Puru clones in new other Gundam media. Love me some Puru, says Blitz. Oh. I do love Merida, though. Merida is a really good way to fight against this, even though she doesn't pilot a Gundam. Arguably, she pilots something a little bit cooler, which is the Kshatriya. You know, loving them wing binders with all the funnels in. We ratioed them hard. Oh, God. Seriously, this isn't even hard to disprove. Most series have at least 1 to 3 major female pilots. This is what I'm saying here, you know. Like, everybody just jumping in and proving this. There's the Super Gundam. And there's Rue at the side. Oh, behind me here. Just that. And then we got... That's from G-Reco. I can't remember the suit or the pilot because I've not seen G-Reco, but I know it's from G-Reco because I've seen the kit a billion times. There's the Psycho Gundam. Let's go see what we got here. Have you watched a single mecha show? Any of them at all? The G-Arcane, that was it. Female pilots, here we go. Oh, everybody's saying that similar stuff here. 4. Play 2. Kara Sue? Just love everybody just jumping in here. It is nuts. If in doubt, keep them out. That's what I always say. Like, no joke, right? When I keep saying to you guys, you know, over and over and over again, I've got into the Gundam fan base now to know that you don't mess around with something like this that people clearly enjoy a lot, and this is messing around with it to a point where people are like, excuse me, heads are gonna roll because you got this clearly wrong, you know. You've just said one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in your rambling or incoherent response were you ever close to anything that can be considered rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. Oh, God. Oh. Somebody's put a list in order here, by the look of it, over at Reddit. And what else we got here? Yeah, there's the Zaku Warrior with Luna Maria. Oh, God, yeah, didn't Victory have a ton of, female pilots in the, what was it, the Gun Easy? Because it's showing them there. Then we've got... some of these responses from fans, man. I forgot about Seed again with the... Isn't that the Raider? I'm trying to remember if that's the Raider on it. I get confused with the Seed suits a lot because I've not seen Seed all the way through, you know. There's Christina and there's Kaguli. You gotta represent like Kaguli. Especially when she pilots the Akatsuki. Oh, even though she's only in it for a little bit. Most of the Gun Easy and V-Hexes were piloted by chicks. I thought so. Another reason for me to check out Victory. I'm a genius, oh no. I just seen this one the other day. It had an army of women attacking mobile suits and swimsuits at one point, as Marcus. We don't mention that. We don't mention that. Just we'll push that one to the side. Shh. The main villain of Victory was a female. Yes, that's true. Actually, I remember now. The entire Shrike team, and then for the Bikini Babe Assault Squad. No. We don't mention that. We don't mention it. Just keep it under wraps. Even though they've referenced it a couple of times, like in Build Fighters. I think it was Build Fighters, or was it? Yeah, I think it was Build Fighters Try. They referenced it. We don't mention that. Let's see what else we got here. Oh God, when this happened in Double O. I remember that one. One of them got fried by people. That was that one specifically. We'll just skip past that. That was a horrible death. Cross-dressing main characters from Double O. Yeah, that's not how misogyny works. Mecha and misogynistic, two words that shouldn't be together. Definitely. Love a lot of these responses here. Damien says, the one from Seed Destiny is Stella and the Gaia Gundam. Thank you very much for correcting me on this, because you know, if I'm wrong, I like you guys correcting me. I'm not one of those people that doesn't like being corrected. I love it when you do, because I learn more, and at least I try and remember it, so... Hey, Apocalyptic, we're just laughing at some stupid stuff in Twitter over here. So let's keep going with this. I'm keeping my hand here so it doesn't break again on me, you know. Oh God, we've got Callan from Code Geass. Yes! Callan is amazing. And C2 if you want to go into that, because C2 helps pilot the... I think it's the Shinkiro... No, it's not the Shinkiro, it's the one before the Shinkiro. It's the Gwain, if I remember rightly. With Lelouch. And then she has her own Lancelot, which is pink, if I remember rightly. I could be wrong there. Hard to tell when somebody doesn't watch Gundam. Yeah, I love that one. Goku Senpai. Wasn't some of the strongest mecha pilots piloted by females in some animes? I'm trying to remember actually, like the Gurren in Code Geass beats out the Lancelot Albion, so yes, I suppose. Trying to think here. Christina beats the Camphor at the very end. No, sorry, no, wrong. It's the Zaku too, isn't it? I'm trying to remember. No, it's the Camphor. I swear it's the Camphor, because the Camphor runs from the Gym Sniper 2s and destroys them. Then tries to use the chain mine on the Alex, and then it uses the shotgun on it, and then gets killed by the Alex's arm-mounted Gatling. Ever heard of Infinite Stratos? Yes, I have. And that had a lot of female pilots in as well, if you want to class sort of exoskeletons as, you know, pilotable things. Gundam Unicorn has that one girl who pilots the aquatic mobile armor. I don't think that was that Unicorn or was that Thunderbolt? Because Thunderbolt was... I'm trying to remember. I just searched this the other day when I was looking at more Thunderbolt stuff to build in Mass Builder. She does blast the Camphor to bits, says Devasia. Thank you very much for correcting me there. The Camphor gets gunned to death, and the Zaku gets disabled by the Alex. That was it. Let's see what we got here. Mazinger Z. Oh, the Shambolo on Unicorn, yes. Yes, the mobile armor. See this. This ignorant jackasses that need to be pushed out of the community and laughed off the face of the internet. No one cares. God, please don't use Adam Sandler for this stuff. How about the pilot of the Pale Rider? That was a chick. Holy crap, I forgot about this stuff. Seriously, I need to read up more and try and commit more of this to memory, you know. Let's see what else we got. Ratioed by the Gundam killing woman. Oh God, is that Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the end of IBO. That's Julieta killing, yeah, it's Julieta killing Mika. Sorry for the spoilers on IBO there, guys. But yeah. Let's see. Rue, that is all. How can you say it when Camille is right there? Oh god. No. Hey, Exram. So, to get anyone up to speed that's not up to speed already, basically, people are coming in and saying that Gundam is misogynistic because it has no female pilots for any of the Gundams. If you can think of a Gundam pilot that's a female, mention it in the comments section, you know, or any other show that has female mecha pilots. Just start mentioning it in the comments section and show support for getting these type of people out of here, you know. Let's see. She's gonna go out with you, bro. I absolutely love this comment. This comment is one of the better ones because it's so true. These people do this kind of thing to try and get the attention of other people like them, but it never works, you know. Yada yada. I can imagine that being done in Jotaro's voice from part 3 of JoJo's. This is one of the worst fucking takes I've ever seen. Oh god. This is so funny. This is why we need to gatekeep. See, the thing is, I've never gone in on gatekeeping before, you know. I always believe that everyone has the right to try and enjoy stuff like this, but when people are literally trying to portray it in a wrong way, yeah, get out. That's when we start gatekeeping and tell you get the hell out. Although I think some people will probably disagree and tell me we just need to gatekeep and be really defensive from the get-go so we don't get people like this in here. And I also agree with that. You know, it's kind of one of those weird things where I do agree people should be free to enjoy whatever they want. But people like this, just get the hell out of here, you know. You're too stupid to enjoy this. And you're also wrong. There are several female pilots in Zeta. Yes, there are. Hey, everyone. Seen a lot of people coming in. Yes, this all started with the Gremory from IBO having a female pilot. And then somebody referencing that and this guy jumping in and being like, oh, everyone's misogynistic. You know, Gundam's so misogynistic. Pictures of Shah here laughing. Oh, so good. Half of Zeta has female pilots. The thing is, like, they have to pilot a Gundam. Like, if we're going to go all in on this, we need just specifically Gundam pilots or Gundam variants, you know, to be accurate. Like, off the top of my head, immediately, you know, I go straight for G Gundam because I really like G Gundam. But then I think, I'm trying to remember how many female pilots Wing has. I think it's just 9. Is it either... I'm not sure with the Sally Poe pilots either. I think it's specifically just 9. Then we got Nana Trinity from 00. We've got at least 3 in G Gundam. I mentioned all of them. Rain, Allenby, and the female member of the Shuffle Alliance. Obviously there's Karen from MS-8th Team. You know, everybody loves MS-8th Team. We don't mention Nina from Stardust Memory. Just don't even go there, you know. I endorse gatekeeping when there's a clear sign that there's no respect from the individuals coming into certain things, Sister Vasia. That is a good point. You know, when there's no respect for it all clearly, they're just like, nah, this is, you know, your way of looking at this is wrong. It's just like, excuse me, who are you to tell me that what, you know, my interpretation of this is wrong? Wing has 2. Build Fighters and Build Divers also have a lot of female pilots. See, the thing is, this is what I'm... For everyone that's come in now, if you remember me referencing this back in, like, what, 2018, 2019, we talked about this kind of stuff happening with the Gundam movie, and this is, again, what I don't want to happen to the community, is people like this come in and try and tell people, you know, what they can and cannot do with Gundam, or, you know, how bad it is. Get out. 9 in Glasses Girl. Oh, yeah, Lady Un. You're right, Lady Un. The only reason I forgot about Lady Un is because she only pilots Wing Gundam for about 2 seconds before it gets destroyed, but it still counts, because it's still a Gundam. Scylla, Emma, Peru and all her clones, Chang, Chris, Cecily, the Guneasy team from Victory. Oh god, yes! Cecily. Rain, Alamy and Karen, yes. Nice one, Exram. Didn't the Nobel Gundam have a female pilot, says Apocalyptic? Yes, that's Allenby. And specifically from G Gundam, if we want to get into things. Rain pilots the Shining and the Rising Gundam, and then the Devil Gundam in its final form. And then Allenby pilots the Noble Gundam. And then you have the female Shuffle Alliance member. I still can't... She doesn't really get given a name in the actual show, and I can't remember what her actual thing is in the Shuffle Alliance, because, you know, you have, like, the King of Hearts. I'm assuming they have one for, like, Spades, Diamonds, and Jack. I don't know what they are, but I know there is one female pilot in the Shuffle Alliance, which is awesome, because they're, like, the best characters in the show. You know. Lady On used it to use Wing Gundam to protect Trace, so it counts. Yes. Nina is not a pilot, she doesn't count. We always rip on Nina anyway, because Nina's just such a terrible character. She's capable of piloting the suit, so she should have the training for Lady On, says Marcus. Yeah. Nick Palmer says, lots of girl pilots in build fights and divers. Riken Gisting G, yes. I'm trying to remember if there's any others, because we have the Gremory and Julieta from IBO, and then of course everybody said that it's not the Brewers. I'm trying to remember. It's Teiwaz. It's freaking Teiwaz. I remember it now. It's the Teiwaz ship, because they're all female members of the crew that all pull their own weight, and it's a really good bit of IBO to actually see that, because it's like, okay, they can pull their own weight. They're equal to the guys. You know, the thing is with people like this, they always want their own way, right? But everybody that I've come across that's fine with this type of stuff, you know, in terms of, like, women that are fine with this type of stuff, they don't mind. They don't want to push their agendas. They just want to enjoy stuff as much as you guys, you know. So, you know, these people, they're just bad. They're just loonies, you know. Lone says, so what happened? Somebody tried to say that Gundam was sexist, and the internet's jumping in on them now. If you can remember or name any female Gundam pilots, specifically that piloted a Gundam, mention it in the comments. Gundam Breaker Mobile has 3 to 4 female pilots. That's true if you go off games, and Gundam Breaker 3 has Misa as well. I love the reaction from people here, you know. I love it when fans are so defensive, but for a damn good reason, you know, because it shows the passion with everybody. You know, everybody has passion for mecha, yeah, because giant robots are cool. But when something like this is clearly wrong and somebody's just trying to spin it for their own agenda, well, then it is cool just seeing people jump in and just be like, you're wrong. Get lost. You know, fellas, it's a waste of time refuting this guy. You can see from his profile he's a bad person. Wouldn't want to associate with this guy. This guy has a point. Does have a point. Well, anyways, Again, do not, if you've got a Twitter account, do not go finding this guy. Don't bother talking to him. Just leave him alone. Clearly, he's just wrong. He's just flat out wrong. Don't harass him. I don't condone this stuff. What I do condone, though, is us turning around and being like, look, we've got the representation. We know we're right. Go screw yourself. Bianca, that was the supporting character from Thunderbolt that I was thinking about. She has the fight with the... is it the ant guy? She has a fight that results in a mobile suit getting completely wrecked and then gets saved by the Atlas and its railgun. Love that railgun. Shara Soon, who pilots the Game Alks, is Unleashed. Exterminatus, yes. Just ignore it and forget about seeing it. True. I haven't been on Twitter in half a year. See, the only reason why I got into this is because normally I have my Twitter set to Japanese, so I don't see Western stuff normally. You know, Western stuff is crazy, and I've been telling you guys this for ages. I have it set to Japanese, so I don't see any of this. But somehow this just came in, I think... We'll just ignore my hand just breaking there. Somehow this just came into my feed, and I was just like, what the hell? And then it's a case of, I think I'll share this with people, you know. In Gundam Age, every generation had a female pilot, sorry. Zayhart's assistant, the woman with the cool green MS, yes. So this is basically a case of critiquing people critiquing media they haven't even seen. Yes, it is. Western Twitter is a field of landmines. Western Twitter is a field of crazy people trying to force you to believe or think like they think. You know, and if you don't, well then they're out to get you. They're out for blood. Japanese Twitter, for most part, apart from when stuff like this sneaks in, Japanese Twitter is chill, man. You know? I get nice pictures of the Japanese countryside. I get video game stuff. I get gunplay. It's all great. Until we get stuff like this. You know? And then it seeps in. And then I start wondering, where the hell is the world going, you know? Aina co-pilots the Easy-8 with Shiro. Yes, she does. Good point, Exram. I freaking remember that, because it's at the very end where they take out the Absolus. Lala is pretty important to the OG Gundam that pilots that mobile armor. Yep. This guy has never seen a Gundam episode in his life. There's Julia. Is it Julia or Julieta? I keep saying Julieta. I swear. The thing is, she names her mobile suit the exact same thing. It's annoying. The Stargazer pilot is a woman. I'm trying to remember. Isn't that a double-seater? Let's have a look. I need to remind you that one of the most recent Gundam shows has a female character that essentially kills the protagonist. Yeah. Oh god, this one here. I don't care how many women are in the show. If they're not the lead, they don't count. No, they do count. They still count. You can't just count female characters out because they're not the protagonists, you know. Especially when a lot of them are wrote really damn well. In fact, I don't think I've seen any female characters that I have a problem with outside of Julieta killing Mika at the end, primarily because of, you know, we've talked about the ending of IBO a lot. The one thing that I don't agree with IBO, apart from Julieta killing Mika, is the overuse of dying slaves at the end. But that's about it. You know. Build Fighters Try had a female Majian. Oh yeah, she has the Amazing Red Warrior SD. The ground Gundam was piloted. Yeah, that's Karen. Her mom looks very upset in that one though. Oh, I see. People are going into the politics side. We'll just avoid that. You've never seen a single episode or YouTube clip of Gundam and you're not familiar with the concept, yet you talk out of your ass on Twitter because you can't resist being a smartass like everybody else on Twitter. Shows Christina. Build Fighters does have a lot of them. Aina Sahalin, the pilot of the Absolus. Yeah, that's what Exram mentioned before. Soma Pires was good in 00 and literally carried Hallelujah through the latter half. Yes. God damn it. New Build Divers backlog will have 2 female leading pilots. Misa and... can't remember who else from... Gundam Breaker 3. Misa's from Gundam Breaker 3. I just can't remember the other female lead. I think she's for the mobile title. Yeah, let's ignore the fact that there are Gundam pilots who are female before this tweet. I'm very entertained at this point. Dude, I'm so entertained, you know, by this. Weeb, who worships every waifu 24/7 detected. Oh, what else we got here? There are plenty of female pilots around, in mobile suits and Gundams. There's tons of female pilots in other series that aren't Gundam. Yes! Some of these reactions, man. Tell me you haven't watched a single mecha anime without actually telling me. So yeah, there we go. There's Kagali with the Akatsuki there. I still need to build that. Can't wait to get around to that. But yeah, this all happened, like I was saying, because I just randomly found this. We'll go up to the top post, the quoted one. That came from this, and this is, you know, Lamb of Tekkadan basically saying, you know, it's really cool that basically the Gremory is piloted by a woman, you know, and it's canonical. Had no problems with this post because I learned something new and it's really cool to find this out. You know, personally I'm just like, oh, okay, learned something new. Fanbase is still really cool. Breaking my hand here on screen. It's like, fanbase is really cool. I learned something new about Gundam. Everybody wins. And then this person had to step in and do this. And then of course everyone's like, excuse me, the internet would like to talk to you. It's like the BBC thing all over again, where the BBC got stuff wrong, and then of course everyone's like, hey, it's not a transformer, correct that now. You know. But yeah. This is nuts. It's glad to see a lot of you think the same way, though, in terms of, like, Gundam just being really, really good in terms of representing its female characters and having a lot of them of different ethnicities and stuff. You know. And not being insane like this person. You know. It's nuts to see this type of person be trying this. And, yeah, they've been ratioed to hell and back. But anyway. I hope you've enjoyed, and we've had a good laugh, and we've obviously mentioned a ton of pilots like everybody else. Just whenever you see stuff like this in future, again, don't harass them, just do like this, and just have a good laugh at them, you know, and how wrong they are, because it's so funny. BBC almost also messed up the story on VTubers. Oh no. Oh no. Wait a minute, why am I saying oh no for? Of course they did, it's the BBC, they can't get anything right. It's like this person here, they can't get anything right either. Do they work for the BBC? Maybe we'll find out. We'll have to keep an eye on this tweet. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. It's always fun to have a laugh with you all, you know. I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!